Please welcome Regional Vice President, Dr. Tanya Drake.
Welcome! It is truly my distinct honor to convene our 100th commencement for Western Governors University. My name is Tanya Drake, and I'm the Regional Vice President for the Northwest. We are so thrilled to welcome you to our 100th commencement right here in the beautiful Salt Lake City. I've had the great pleasure of participating in many commencements, but this is the first time I walked into a Miley Cyrus song, Party in the USA, but today it is Party in Salt Lake City. As you may know, Salt Lake is the WGU headquarters, and Salt Lake is renowned for its stunning mountain landscapes, the historic Temple Square, and the previous and upcoming Winter Olympics. The Crossroads of the West is a beacon of progress and innovation and a natural beauty, of course, an ideal backdrop to honor the achievements of our distinguished graduates at this historic 100th commencement. Did I mention 100? Yes, 100. Graduates, family, and friends, thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate this momentous occasion. And for every one of you that is here, we know that there are many also who weren't able to join us in person, but who are streaming us live here. And we give a special welcome to those who are our online guests, joining not only across the country, but across the world. We know many of you had some wonderful pictures from last night and will be taking wonderful pictures today as you celebrate. We simply ask that you share your excitement on social media, and when you do, use that hashtag WGU100. What a great gathering of our night owls worldwide. And we ask now, if you are able to, we ask you to please rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, Doug, that was amazing. The anthem was performed by Douglas Ingram, one of our graduates. Thank you, Doug, for a very inspiring start to today. I'd like to share a little bit about Doug. Doug is a seasoned professional, as you can see, with over 17 years of combined experience in education and transportation. He's currently the routing coordinator for the Davis School District Transportation Department in Davis County, Utah. Doug is celebrating earning his Bachelor's of Arts in Elementary Education today. Doug and his wife and their 2 daughters live in Centerville, Utah, where they enjoy aviation, auto racing, music, and theater. A certified rotorcraft pilot and veteran of many bands and performing groups, Doug is used to adrenaline-fueled thrills like performing our national anthem. Join me one more time to thank Doug for the national anthem. It's my honor to be with you all here today. I'm Dr. Courtney Hills Macbeth. I'm the Chief Academic Officer and Provost at WGU. We're delighted to be hosting you here in Salt Lake City on behalf of our entire university and our Board of Trustees. We welcome you, and we're so honored to have you here. We also congratulate you on completing one of life's truly greatest achievements today. WGU graduates, I hope your memories of this day will remain with you forever. Commencement is a celebration of a milestone. It marks the moment you cross the line between a student and an alumni, between what is behind and what is ahead, between one phase of your life and the next. And in this moment, we join together to honor your success. Each of you has accomplished something truly extraordinary. Your graduation is a milestone reached and a dream achieved. It's the culmination of challenges faced and obstacles overcome. You have taken a unique journey to arrive to this day, and your determination and perseverance inspires all of us and marks a path for others to follow. Given that children of college graduates are 10 times more likely to attain a degree, many of you have not only enhanced your own life, but also the lives of your family and the generations to follow you. WGU began in 1997, near the dawn of the internet. Our 19 founding governors had the foresight to see technological advancements as an opportunity to adapt, even reinvent higher education, to make it more accessible and affordable, to improve its quality and relevance to the future of work, and to increase its focus on students and delivering value for them. Ultimately, to change lives for the better. More than 27 years later, WGU has awarded more than 385,000 degrees. This last year alone, we awarded more than 50,000 degrees. Today is about you. Today's milestone represents an incredible level of dedication, persistence, creativity, and resilience. And for that, we congratulate you and we celebrate you. As Utah's own late, great Stephen R. Covey once said, leadership is a choice, not a position. The education you received at WGU has prepared you to be a leader for a career of success. You are now equipped to move yourselves, your family, and your communities forward with passion and knowledge. We know you'll be successful. Our master's graduates join only 14% of adults in the U.S. who hold a master's degree, and our bachelor's degree graduates join only 38% of adults in the U.S. who hold a bachelor's degree. And now I'd like to share some facts about today's graduating class. There are 2,097 graduates earning master's and bachelor's degrees. "37% of you are first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. 37% of you identify as students of color, and your average age is 37 years old. The youngest is 17, and the oldest is 75. There's a lot of sevens in those numbers, so we decided this is the jackpot group of graduates this year. A few more stats. The average time to earn your degree was 2 years and 9 months. 43 states are represented here today. The state with the most graduates joining us is Utah with 881. Our graduate who traveled the farthest to be here today are from Saipan, some 6,157 miles away. Thank you all for allowing us at WGU to play a part in your fulfillment of your educational dream. It's been our honor, and now it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome to the lectern WGU's president, Scott Pulsifer. President Pulsifer.
It's pretty awesome to be in this wonderful arena and celebrate with all of your friends and family this incredible accomplishment. It's truly such an inspiring and uplifting scene, and we are, all of us at WGU are blessed to be a part of helping you change your life for the better. To be here to share this moment with you is certainly gives us all a sense of pride and recognition. I hope each of you feel it too. You have, as Dr. Hills Macbeth highlighted, overcome great obstacles to complete your degree. And it's only fitting that today we are celebrating our 100th commencement right here in Salt Lake City, where WGU was founded. From the time we celebrated the graduation of our first student, Genevieve Kirsch, in 2000, we've awarded now more than 385,000 degrees to 345,000 of you. We've been honored to meet our graduates where they are in major cities across the United States, and we're now awarding nearly 50,000 degrees every year. That is an incredible thing when you contemplate the number of lives that are being changed by education. It's truly remarkable. Thank you to each of you for your incredible and inspiring life stories. You have amazing stories that have brought you to this point, like Mila Mularski from Park City, Utah, a Colombian immigrant who never gave up on her dream of working in business and marketing. Once a housekeeper, Mila learned English and went on to receive a business degree at WGU. She now works as a marketing coordinator. Or Andrew Maupin, who struggled on his educational journey before finding WGU. And because of WGU's innovative model, Andrew earned his MBA in IT management and has dramatically changed the trajectory of his career. We know there are hundreds of stories and accomplishments worthy of highlighting, and we urge each of you to share your personal story with your families, your friends, and WGU. To reinvigorate the promise that education is truly one of the greatest catalysts to help people change their lives for the better. It is now my privilege to present an honorary doctorate of humane letters to Dr. Charles Sorensen. Dr. Sorensen is an exceptional leader who has exemplified selfless service throughout his career in healthcare as a surgeon, then as Chief Operating Officer, and then as CEO of Intermountain Healthcare, an internationally recognized nonprofit health system in the Intermountain West. In addition, Dr. Sorensen has been a strong advocate for students and expanding access to higher education. He served on WGU's Board of Trustees for more than 8 years, 4 of those as its chair. It's remarkable that when Dr. Sorensen joined the board, WGU had awarded roughly 50,000 degrees in total. And during his tenure, we marked our 25th anniversary and celebrated our 300,000th graduate. Though no longer CEO of Intermountain and retired from WGU's board in 2023, Dr. Sorensen remains active in healthcare and education as the founding director of the Intermountain Healthcare Leadership Institute. This organization develops healthcare leaders with the skills and character traits needed to transform health systems in the U.S. and abroad, making healthcare more accessible, equitable, patient-focused, and affordable. We are profoundly grateful to Dr. Charles Sorensen for his contributions to education and to the health of our communities throughout his illustrious career. Now please join me in turning your attention to the screens.
I retired from my previous full-time job almost 8 years ago, and people say, well, you had a busy professional career, why don't you take time to do some other things? And I do, but I really love opportunities to help good people and good organizations that are changing the world for the better. Western Governors University is that kind of a place. I'm convinced that they've got a model that is making higher education better for the future. I recognize that I was extraordinarily privileged to have a great undergraduate education at a state university. Back when I started in 1969, I was especially grateful for the extraordinary professors that I encountered there. And these were things that just had this dramatic impact on me and instilled in me this desire to have education be a part of my career from then on. I entered surgical practice in urologic surgery at Intermountain Healthcare, accepted an appointment on the clinical faculty in the Department of Surgery at the University of Utah. My career took an unexpected change when in late '97, they asked if I'd accept a full-time position at Intermountain as the senior physician and chief operating officer, which wasn't something I'd ever planned or prepared for. I said, well, I'm not an administrator. I didn't go to business school. And they said, we don't need that. We need somebody who understands healthcare and is passionate about making it better and who can communicate with our doctors. And I thought, well, I guess I can do that. I said, I'll do it on one condition, and that's that I can still spend at least 3 times a month in the operating room helping colleagues on the bigger complex cancer surgeries. My purpose during those 19 years was really to make healthcare better for the patients we serve and do it more affordably. And I think we made some progress on that over the years. And when I retired at age 65, the board asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, I don't know, I think we need a new approach to leadership in healthcare. They asked if I'd be willing to start this institute, which I've been involved with to this day, and we've been able to recruit these extraordinary clinical and operational healthcare leaders from around the country, and it's just been a great privilege to be involved with that. So I hope you can understand why I felt so fortunate to be part of this journey at WGU over the last 8 or 9 years. One of the things that we always tried to do at Intermountain, and one of the things that we've tried to do at WGU, is not wait for somebody else to fix things. If there's going to be change, it has to come from us. And we have an obligation to the future to make those changes, even when they're not easy. I've been really grateful for WGU's leadership's focus on a quality experience, an affordable experience for all its students. So to our graduates today, I say congratulations. And I advise you to remember to be a positive influence for others and to find real joy and meaning in your work. And to our leaders at WGU and our board, thank you for the privilege I've had of being with you over these past 8 years. You're doing extraordinary things, and I'm very grateful for that.
On behalf of all of us here today, a heartfelt thank you, Dr. Sorensen. And now will you please join me here at the lectern? Courtney, will you also join me?
Who wants us to go up there?
One second. Okay, 1 second. Hang out right here. Courtney, I'm going to give this to you so we can properly hood Charles. Yeah, you got 2 of them now. Okay. I often get noted, especially during the years of Zoom calls and everything, that they're surprised how tall I am when they meet me in person, and then I meet Charles, who is an inch or 2 taller. Truly, it is our deepest appreciation and esteem to recognize you, Charles, with this honorary degree, and we're so grateful, and I'm personally so grateful for your many years of service. And so, there you go.
Thanks. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Night Owls. I'm greatly honored to be here among all of you 2,097 graduates and your families and supporters, and the WGU faculty and the staff who taught and guided you along the way. When I graduated from the University of Utah in the early 1970s, our annual average tuition was about $400 per year. And students like me could work part-time in a minimum wage job and pay for that tuition. That was my experience in education. Well, it's no secret that things have changed dramatically since then. And for no surprise, valid questions these days about the value of college education, its affordability, and whether or not the degree that college students receive really advanced their capabilities in their chosen profession, and whether it was worth the cost. Well, very happily, I'm delighted that for each of you in the room, the answer is a resounding yes. I commend each of you for recognizing the potential in yourselves and the value in WGU, a place that welcomes students with different needs, who come from a variety of past educational and work experiences and abilities, and who need scheduling flexibility and the ability to advance at their own pace, all while not accumulating burdensome debt in order to receive a high-quality education. In my view, you all chose very wisely. Speaking of quality, I can attest that after 20 years of leadership at Intermountain Health, I can attest to the quality and capability of our WGU graduates that joined us at Intermountain. And I've been very pleased to hear that other employers see our graduates, as I did, as well prepared and ready to contribute their skills and their ideas to the improvement of their companies and their organization. That's a great credit to our faculty, and it's a great credit to each of you. I'd like to thank you, our students. I've been honored to serve on WGU's Board of Trustees for 8 years. And over those years, and still today, I draw inspiration from your stories. Those stories motivate everyone across the university to continue to find new ways to improve the quality and value of the education we provide, and doing it in increasingly personalized and affordable ways. I stand among you today because of my belief that value does exist in higher education, and that you, each of you, are representatives of that. I extend my thanks to my fellow trustees, our WGU leadership team, and all of our devoted faculty and staff who contribute to the educational pathways that support learning and growth, those pathways opening the doors of opportunity for our graduates and improving our communities. And finally, again, to you who are graduating, thank you for the many hours of hard work you've devoted to this learning journey, all done while living busy lives. It's a remarkable thing that you've accomplished. Please know that I know that you'll contribute to a better future for all of us. And I hope you'll continue that learning journey for the rest of your lives and help others on that path as well. So from me, my sincerest congratulations. I'm deeply honored to be with you today. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, Charles was actually on the board when they made the choice to let me join WGU. And I just wanted to extend my personal appreciation to Charles for his willingness to take a bet on someone who is coming from private industry, to allow me to be so moved and so changed by an experience by being part of WGU. Each of you inspire me. Thank you, Charles. I think every one of us should aspire to having the opportunity to have a professional pursuit also have so much meaning. and to have such an impact in the world. And it's great to be associated with each and every one of you, our graduates, and to also associate with leaders like Charles. Let's give him one more round of applause and congratulations. At this time, we have the opportunity to hear from one of your fellow graduates, Crystal Pickering from Harriman, Utah. You got your fan club with you, Crystal. That's great to hear. From Harriman, Utah, who is earning her Master of Science in IT Management, please join me in welcoming Crystal.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud families, and fellow graduates, I am one of 23,000. That statistic does not mean much right now, but in a couple of minutes, you will understand. To stand before you today, sharing this space with so many incredible individuals, is a testament to overcoming obstacles and not letting what seems impossible remain impossible. Obstacles are a part of everyone's lives. We all face them at some point, and they shape who we become. My journey began being born to parents who struggled with addiction. I entered foster care at a very young age. My siblings and I were adopted by our paternal grandparents, but life remained turbulent. Eventually, the state removed me from that home, declaring me a ward of the state. My journey then led me to a treatment facility across the state, where I began to learn to navigate and cope with my trauma and my struggles with mental health. It was there that I found a semblance of normalcy, even though living in a treatment facility is far from normal. I became the first resident in that center's history to attend high school in a local city. I even went to prom wearing a black velvet dress borrowed from my case manager and sang in the high school choir. It was there that I saw the value of education and how education can shape someone's life. After completing that program, I moved into a group home, and when I turned 18 in December of my senior year in high school, I aged out of the foster care system and moved into my first apartment with $500 to my name. I worked full-time at Taco Bell, attended high school full-time, commuting each way by city bus. I still remember the thrill and freedom of excusing my own absences as a new adult, calling the office and proudly exclaiming, "Crystal will not be attending school today." One day, the voice on the other end of the line reminded me, well, Crystal will not graduate high school unless she attends. I did graduate. Unfortunately, like many who age out of foster care, I continued to face additional challenges. Stepping Forward LA states that 60 to 70% of young women who age out of the foster care system become pregnant by 21. I became a mother at 20, and my second child was born 15 months later on my 22nd birthday. I was not ready for motherhood at the time, but my children became my motivation to change my life. I attempted college also at the time, but was not ready then. Fast forward many years, I was divorced, remarried, and had 3 more children. As a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to achieve something for myself. My best friend and I started a successful business together, yet I still felt the weight of being another statistic. When I said earlier that I was one out of 23,000, that is because each year, about 23,000 children age out of the foster care system in the United States. Less than 11,150, or 50% of those, graduate high school. Only 1,150, or 10% of those who graduate high school, will attend college. And a mere 35 of those, or 3%, will earn a degree. And of those 35, less than 1, or 1%, achieve a master's degree or higher. And I am that one in 23,000. In 2019, I decided to change my story. As a mother of 5 amazing children, I needed to show my children that it is never too late to achieve your dreams. I wanted to inspire them and show them the value of an education. I earned my bachelor's degree in 2021 and immediately pursued my master's here at WGU. It was here that I discovered the potential for non-traditional students like myself, balancing full-time work, motherhood, and marriage. I thrived with the support of my amazing husband and kids, and with the support of my program mentor. Oftentimes, our check-ins became me talking about what was happening in my day-to-day life, roadblocks I was encountering, and him offering ways that I could try to balance it all. Day to day, it was not easy. I know we can all feel that. There were days when I questioned just what in the world I was doing, particularly when I was 80 pages deep into my capstone paper. Taylor Swift spoke to my core. I cry a lot, but I am so productive, it's an art. In the spring of 2021, I became a project management intern, and today I am a technical program manager working with the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square. Yes, that choir. My journey, filled with trials and triumphs, demonstrates that no matter where you start, determination can lead you to incredible heights. So to my fellow graduates, as you step out into your future, remember that obstacles are stepping stones. Embrace them and learn from them and use them to fuel your journey. You will definitely encounter difficult coworkers, difficult bosses, clients, and difficult situations. But when the task at hand seems impossible or the odds are stacked against you, step back, take a breath, and ask yourself, what is it that I need to learn from this situation? Remember that this is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Don't make decisions based on fear of failure, and don't get stuck feeling that your dreams are impossible or out of reach for you. The fact that you are sitting here today proves just how tenacious you are, and if nobody's told you, I am proud of you. I hope you know how incredible you are. You have faced obstacle after obstacle, and you kept going, even on days when you didn't want to, and you made it through to the other side. And even if you are still not on the other side yet and in the middle of your storm, you have not quit and you are still here. And one day, even if it seems impossible, I am living proof that you can look back on the hardest days of your life, the days that you felt it was happening to you, and realize that it is happening for you to end up where you are meant to be. This is just the start of an amazing life. Congratulations to us all, we made it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you for those incredibly inspiring words and just the simple reminder that those obstacles are stepping stones. May each of us let them take us where they intend to lead us. It's also an incredible reminder of our core beliefs at WGU, of the inherent worth of every individual, and that if given the opportunity, everyone has something big to contribute. We are certainly grateful for all that you contributed here today, Crystal. Thank you again. Let's give her another round of applause. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Claudia Romo Edelman. Claudia, did I do that well enough? Good. A former diplomat and journalist, Claudia is an expert on mobilizing corporations to advance the social agenda with a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Her career includes 3 decades working for the United Nations, UNICEF, the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. She has participated in the creation and launch of global frameworks, such as the Sustainable Development Goals and Product, or RED. Since 2017, Claudia has served as the founder and CEO of We Are All Human Foundation, a nonprofit organization devoted to advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion, focused on unifying the U.S. Hispanic community. We Are All Human has launched several initiatives and frameworks to advance the progress of Latinos by mobilizing corporate America and increasing Latino perception and representation. We Are All Human partners with more than 300 companies and 100 of the most important Hispanic organizations, representing more than 10 million Latinos. She's the co-host of the podcast A La Latina, the playbook to succeed being your authentic self, which unveils success secrets from accomplished Latinas in corporate America's C-suite. Claudia holds a master's degree in political communication from the London School of Economics. She is a speaker, a frequent columnist, and has published 9 books to date on Hispanic-related topics. She is the recipient of numerous awards, including People Magazine's 25 Most Influential Latinas, an Ellis Island Medal of Honor, and Mexicanos This is a tough one for me, thank you. Distinguidos, let me do that again, Mexicanos Distinguidos. Claudia serves on the boards of Canoe and is on the advisory team of Touch Capital. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Claudia.
Class of 2024, Western Governors University, congratulations. You made it. When I got the invitation to give your commencement speech, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Not only because I wanted to say congratulations in person, but because I have something to say. I have a message for you, which is very much related to Crystal's story, almost as if I've written this for you. If you made it to this day, you can do anything. You have, yes. You have turned not only what seemed impossible, but also improbable into possible. Your graduation today gives you the key to be the pilot of your own destiny and drive as far as you want towards unlocking your full potential. All the conditions are given for you to succeed. And I'm not saying that only because I'm a super enthusiast. I'm a super enthusiast, but I'm saying that because over the last 30 years, I have seen individuals and groups all over the world make huge forward leaps and thrive because one single power that you all share, the power of yes, the power of sí se puede, the immense, unstoppable, and profound power that emerges when you open the door to the realm of possibility. I hope that today you will be able to nurture that seed of hope that you have in the back of your mind and transform it into a solid, clear, and loud belief in your core that knows that everything is possible and that better is possible for you and those who will come after you because of you. It is a tangible, actionable power called possibilism. I came to learn about the term possibilism from the Swedish physician Hans Rosling, a data visualization master who was an incredible change maker who was a mentor to me when I was working at the United Nations. Rosling, in his book Factfulness, painted the clear picture of how the world is making progress in most global areas. Maybe not as fast as we want, maybe not as steady as we want, but we are going in the right direction. So he invites us not only to be optimists, but to be possibilist, because you know it is possible. In my life, possibilism came out of my personal circumstances. My parents had 3 kids, and I was the middle one. We all developed beyond average fast, and the doctor said that we were crawling, walking, and then running way too early. All of a sudden, my siblings at exactly 9 months old started going backwards, from running to walking, walking to crawling, sitting down, until they died when they were 18 months old. My siblings died because of a rare genetic incompatibility. but I didn't. Not surprisingly, I grew up under a microscope, and there was a lot of watching and waiting and worrying to see whether I would survive. And I did. And since no one expected me to leave, they were always telling me, and they were always saying how strong I was, as a fact, stronger than death. The net result of surviving against all odds is that by the time I was 5, I felt like a superwoman. I was like, yeah, we can do anything, right? We can survive that, everything is possible. So my circumstances ingrained in me that would believe that I could do anything, that everything is possible. And attached to that, there was always the saying like, well, there must be a reason. She survived. She must have a mission to accomplish. So today it makes perfect sense to me, looking at my professional interests and choices, that I was always involved tackling the largest, toughest challenges of the world, whether public health, education, or gender, working for the biggest organizations like the United Nations, UNICEF, the Global Fund to fight HTV and malaria, with the attitude of, bring it on. And guess what? It works. Mother-to-child transmission of AIDS has been eliminated from the world. We have been able to help extreme poverty globally in the last 25 years. And if you're a baby girl waiting to be born, flying in the sky, choosing when to land in this planet, there has never been a better time to be a woman. We have more access to education, to electricity, to civil rights, and to health than ever before in the history of the world. And even when we're bombarded by negative news, even when we feel that we are going backwards, the reality, the data indicates that the world is making progress. And when you operate in the realm of possibility, you realize that the world is more malleable than what we think. As Crystal's story, we can kick it into shape, we can kiss it into shape. And I'm not alone in these convictions. Every big challenge in the world is met by people who believe the impossible is possible. Every big leader I have worked with has a possibilist mindset. And that mindset is a superpower that you all here have demonstrated to have. A superpower that you in this class share with the greatest leaders of the world, even if you're not aware of it, or at least not yet. What you have achieved today is gigantic. You defeated all odds. You turned the no into yes. You turned the Crystal stories into successes. If there's one thing that I'm sure of, is that doing your degree today wasn't always easy. There were probably mountains to scale, challenges that you have to overcome to be here today. People who discouraged you, who said, no, you won't be able to do it. Why waste your time? The sacrifices you made, the sacrifices others made for you, the many balls you had to keep in the air as you juggled work, family, school, the times you had to work when you were exhausted, the feeling of being overtired, overextended, financially stressed, the guilt if you wanted to give up, the skepticism when you tried again, the self-doubting if this day could ever arrive. It was hard. But Class 2024 of Western Governors University, you did it. You made it. As I look at all of you, I see the beauty and the power in this university's mission. A school that gives the opportunity to get an education and a degree on your own terms and your own time. Their sense of possibilism has fueled yours. Through this degree, you have acquired an unmeasurable set of skills and tools that would allow you to get to new heights in your career, to start new chapters in your story. So take the time to celebrate. We, particularly women, we hardly do that because we're running so fast all the time. But take a moment to recognize how far you have come. I ask you, look around. Turn around, look at the faces of each other. Look at those faces of the fighters like you made it to today. Honor your support system. Be grateful to your teachers. But mostly, take a look at yourself in the mirror and let it sink in. You are powerful. You are strong. And I know sometimes it's hard to believe because we've been told so often otherwise, but you have what it takes. Your graduation today makes the sacrifices of your parents and your grandparents all worth it. They probably gave so much for you to be able to be here today, and for those of you to be the first one in your family to finish a college degree. Probably the first ones to have a chance to get a corporate position or to help change the world. You're making it to here today not only pays it back, but also changes your history and the history of the generations to come. Your graduation should be all the evidence that you need that you can do anything, that as a fact, everything is possible. When you're looking for a job and you get a no, well, you know you can get a yes. And because if you made it to today, you can know that the challenges you can overcome. When people call you crazy because you want a promotion, you want more, you've been there, done that. The key, I think, for me is to come here and tell you and help you understand how you made it possible to today so that you can replicate it and polish it as a superpower for life. The possibilist superpower starts with being an optimist, but is by far more than that. It combines optimism with the perseverance and determination to never give up, the grit and resilience to break down barriers and keep going despite the obstacles. It culminates with an unwavering belief that everything is possible. And that belief, combined with the tools that education and experience has given you, it is what propels motion, what creates traction, and what drives a mission. That makes better possible. So when the inevitable barriers and challenges appear, when voices distract you and derail you, when you have to rely on your superpower to flip the script and get back on track. I was raised in Mexico. I lived in Europe for more than 20 years before moving to the US 10 years ago with my 2 children. One of them, my son, is here with us today. My kids didn't speak a word of English when we arrived. And when we arrived, it was the first time in my life that I heard that I was a Hispanic. I was like, what is that? I'm a happy Mexican, and I have never heard that term in my life before. What do you mean? What? My entire life, I worked as a marketer for social causes, trying to win the hearts and minds of people by highlighting the attributes of the issues that I was working on. I realized that this new group that my kids and I were going to belong to, Latinos, had a huge perception issue, a true reverse marketing problem. It made no sense. The data indicated that Latinos are huge, but we were seen as small. The numbers were clear. We're powerful. But even us ourselves, we felt weak. There was a true distorted mirror. So whomever was doing the marketing for the Latino community was doing everything possible to hide the true attributes of Latinos and presenting us as someone we are not. And then there was that moment that changed it all. I fell in love. I got married to an American, and I was like, okay, that's it. I can kiss goodbye my diplomatic life of moving from one country to the other, and I'm going to be staying in America. And that was all of a sudden when I realized that because of my decision to marry an American and living in the States, my daughter was going to make 50% of the salary only because she's a Latina, only because Latinas have a perception issue that makes their salaries by far smaller. So when what needed to be done for my community tapped exactly into the skills and experience that I had as a diplomat and a social marketer. It was a continuation of the work that I did at the UN, creating master plans, global mobilization initiatives. I should have felt reassured in my past experience, but I was terrified and shaky. I thought about it, and then it hit me. My father was a civil engineer, and he always took me to see the highways he built because he said I was a good co-pilot. At that time, there was no GPS, so I was very good at folding paper maps and putting it, and I was like, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left. And he was like, mija, you're a great co-pilot. I text you, next time, I take you to Acapulco. Mija, great co-pilot. I take you to Ixtapa. So without intention, my dad subconsciously planted in me the idea that my role in life was to be a co-pilot, the right hand of someone And looking at my resume 30 years later, yeah, that's how it played out. I have been the right hand of some of the greatest leaders of the world, an extraordinary experience on its own. But all of a sudden, when I needed and wanted to be the pilot of my own history and for my community, I couldn't. I was petrified. Making the move from co-pilot to pilot was hard. I remembered when my mom was 40 years old, she decided to quit her secure and stable job as an economist to start a new career and become an actress. What? It was hard, but she kept going. It's not that she was fearless, she was panicking. There were true down moments, but she was not going to let fear take the decisions of her life. So, although she felt fear-free, although she was with fear, she acted fear-free, not fearless. And she succeeded. And I took a leap of faith, one based on my knowledge and my experience, tapping in my superpower of being a possibilist. Taking a page from my mom's book of life, I decided to be the pilot of my own destiny and created the World Human Foundation 6 years ago. We started modestly. 6 months in, I was afraid we would have to shut down, and I had to let my people, my staff, know that lack of funding meant I would not be able to pay them. The team asked me, so how long is it going to take you to be back on track? And I said, 3 months. To my surprise, most of the people stayed. In less than a month, we were able to be back on track. We are now a non-for-profit that works with over 350 companies helping build their Latino strategies. We have a children's book series with Macmillan, the most important publishing in America. We mobilize hundreds and thousands of people through our campaigns and initiatives to elevate the narrative of our community. Possibilism is leading us to new places. We started the podcast that, as the president said, is called A La Latina, the playbook to succeed being your authentic self, giving thousands of Latinas the tools to get to the top in half the time with half the bruises. I have ventured into new worlds. Less than a month ago, my consulting firm launched an online training program, and I'm getting ready to launch a brand of Sotol, which is like tequila, but better, from Chihuahua, by the end of the year with the full support of my husband, who is a feminist and believes in the power of women. The 2 children who didn't speak a word of English, yes, the 2 children that didn't know a word of English make me the proudest mom every day of my life. And here I am, the co-pilot who was petrified becoming a pilot, standing, delivering a commencement speech to 2,000 graduates who are the most enduring, greedy, perseverant, and determined people in the world, and their 14,000 guests. There will always be barriers and obstacles that seem impossible. There will be voices and narratives that people will want to impose of you. But you have come far too far to let anyone write your story, hijack your journey, or stop you from achieving your dreams. So say no to external voices. Say no to the naysayers. Do not be afraid of change. Do not be daunted by the speed of the change in the world. Tap into your superpower and rely on the power of yes, the power of sí se puede. Choose to live in the realm of what's possible. Today is the milestone that gives you the freedom to fly, the knowledge to make new choices, the confidence that comes with experience. Take what you have learned and earned from your education here and create the role you want to play. Your ancestors made sacrifices so that your life would be better. They set you on a course, but it is up to you to grab the baton and keep building. Pay it back when you can, but most certainly, pay it forward by offering the world your hard-earned expertise and talents, your creativity, your ideas. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. Everything is possible, and better is possible. Dare to dream big. Let your wings expand and grow and take you higher, because the sky's the limit for those who believe in the realm of possibility. So, buckle up, climb into the pilot seat, and make sure you absolutely and positively understand that you can fulfill your potential and drive to your destiny with the confidence that everything will be okay. Because if you made it to today, you can do anything. So go out and show the world what's possible. Your time is now. Thank you for having me.
Claudia, thank you so much for that incredibly and inspiring words and for that encouragement that each and every one of us need, the reminder of how great it is to have our humanity, our ambition, the work that has happened before us and the work that we can now do. I certainly think that this is a wagon we would love to attach to that train. I think we could call that, like, we could have a subtitle to WGU, like, Si se puede. Can we have, like, that would be a good one. So, thank you again. Let's give Claudia another round of applause. And now for one of those opportunities that all of you have patiently been waiting for, let's welcome back to the lectern Dr. Courtney Hills-Macbeth, who will confer degrees.
Scott, I like this idea, si se puede. Thank you, Claudia. And Crystal, thank you for defying all odds. And to all of you, I'm looking at your family and your children who are here today, and I hope that any of your family members and children that are thinking about taking this step, just say yes and do it, and we'll be here to help you walk along that path at WGU. We will now recognize each of our graduates. First, the master's degree graduates who are wearing a hood bearing the color of their discipline, followed by our bachelor's degree graduates. Would the candidates for master's degrees and educator endorsements please rise if you're able? Upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty, please stay standing. And the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the member governors of Western Governors University, I hereby confer upon you the master's degree or endorsement you have earned, to include the Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science, or Educator endorsement, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations. You may now be seated. Now we will recognize our bachelor's degree graduates. Would the candidates for baccalaureate degrees and post-baccalaureate teacher preparation endorsements please rise, if you're able? Upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and member governors of Western Governors University, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree or endorsement you have earned, to include the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science in your area of specialization, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. You may now move the tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations. And welcome to all of you to the global community of college graduates. You can now be seated. Deepest congratulations. Now I'll welcome President Pulsifer back to the lectern to conclude our ceremony.
As we conclude the commencement portion of WGU's 100th commencement, I wish to give you a charge. I urge you to remember that you are now a night owl for life, joining an ever-growing alumni network of over 345,000 individuals. As our most recent graduates, you can find support. You can find support when you network with your fellow alumni and in turn offer your mentoring support to other alumni and current students. We also welcome you to explore lifelong career resources and alumni benefits at wgu.edu/alumni. Know this: the entire WGU community stands ready to champion your success and to celebrate your achievements every step of the way. I'm inspired to know that the degree you have earned at WGU will create new pathways to opportunity. Your WGU education hasn't merely given you knowledge to succeed in your careers or in your respective aspirations. It's taught you how to be human, to live and thrive in a world that desperately needs your uniqueness, to work with those around you to make the world a better place. As legendary Utah Jazz point guard and Hall of Famer John Stockton once said, "I've been lucky to have great coaching, great teammates, and a desire to keep getting better. That slowly over time helped me grow." Surround yourself with people who inspire you and who will help you on your life's journey. Continue to seek mentors and never lose your desire to keep improving. I also urge you, as you continue your journey, to reach back and give others the same chances that help you succeed. Identify meaningful ways to contribute to your communities and help us create a brighter pathway for future generations. At WGU, we have a commitment to serving and uplifting our communities. I challenge you to make that same commitment. The world needs you now more than ever. You've proven you can do hard things at just the right time, because the world is full of hard things that still need doing. I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the pride and the satisfaction you felt during this ceremony. Thank you for letting us be a part of your educational journey and to celebrating with you. You will leave this ceremony as part of the WGU community. WGU will always be a part of you, and you will always be a part of WGU. As we wrap up this portion of today's ceremony, know that we look forward to recognizing each of you individually at the convocations this afternoon. We will now ask you to follow the direction of the marshals to exit. But before we do that, I'm going to ask our team on this stage to please stand. If you are a family member or friend in the audience, please stand. Graduates, know that from all of us, we are inexpressibly proud of you and your accomplishment. You enrolled at WGU as an individual. You succeeded with the support of your family, of your friends, of your faculty, of many of us. For all of you who have overcome to get, for all that you have overcome to get to this moment, we salute you. And as you take the next step, you will do it with the applause and ovation of thousands who love you. Congratulations.
September. Congratulations. Good to see you here. All right. Don't stop this feeling. Don't stop. I got this feeling inside my bones. Goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. I feel my city, I feel my home. We're flying high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, I got that good soul in my feet. Feel the hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. In my life, the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, like you already know. So just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feeling good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Hey, ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Can't stop the feeling, so just dance, dance, dance. Can't stop the feeling, so just dance, dance. Ooh, something magical. It's magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. It's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. Need control. Fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, I got that good soul in my feet. Feel the hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. I like the way you rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting close. When we move, and you already know. So just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Yeah, ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Just dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. So just dance, dance, dance. So keep dancing. Oh yeah. Come on, feeling good now. I can't stop it. I can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
I can't stop that. I can't stop that. I can't stop that.
Nothing I can see but you. You dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all the things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Yeah, ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Got this feeling in my body. Got this feeling in my body. Come on, let me see you move your body. Got this feeling in my body. Got this feeling in my body.
Feeling.
Got this feeling in my body. Ooh. Thank you. This hit that ice cold Michelle fight with that white gold. This for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces, styling, wildin', living it up in the city. I got Chuck's on, need a Sailor Moon, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty.
Too high. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too high. Like a damn on a retirement. I'm too high. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too high. My band bow down, money break it down. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' Wait a minute. Here's my cup, put some root beer in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Hurry up, get the stretch. Right down Harlem, Hollywood, Texas, Mississippi. If I show up, we're gonna show up. Smoother than a fresh drop skippy. Too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my bam, bam, the money breaker down. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause uptown phone gon' give it to you. Cause uptown phone gon' give it to you. Cause uptown phone gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 whoa. Before we leave, I just want to tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up.